We're Babes Ride Out, and over the past 8 years, we've been hosting women's motorcycle events across the U.S.
And along the way, we've met some really inspiring women. Join us as we hit the road and hear their stories.
I'm Ash Moore, and today we're headed to Long Beach, California to ride over the Vincent Thomas Bridge, with the busiest port in North America below. Opened in 1963, it was the first welded suspension bridge in the United States. We're going to meet up with Rachel and hear about her chopper build, the Spritester. Hey Rachel!
Hey, how are you?
Good. How's the Spritester running?
Like a dream.
Oh yeah. Well, let's go take a ride on it. Rachel, I am so excited to sit down with you and talk about the Spritester, which is your chopper build that you've been working on for the past couple years. What made you want to build your own custom chopper?
Being a very small person, 5'1", chopping it, getting me a little lower to the ground.
Your height.
Function.
You've been riding this bike to Babes Ride Out for a couple years now, before it became the Spritester.
Yeah. It's seen a couple of different iterations.
What's your good luck charms on the Spritester?
A little Rolling Stones gremlin bell, smashed penny from like a cranking machine.
So this bike has been in the works for 2 years, correct?
November 11th, 2017 to April 23rd, 2019. I don't know how many people keep a financial record to the dollar of their chopper build, but I did. It might make a couple people wonder, why would you put that much money into a Sportster?
Why?
It's a 92, and it's just got one of those engines that just keeps going, you know? I feel like that's just something you hear about, is that Sportster motors never die.
When you were first able to ride it as the completed Spritester, how did that make you feel?
I was so nervous. It was my first time riding a bike with no suspension.
I think that's everyone's fear when they're on a bike they haven't ridden.
I'm not gonna say that I built this 100% by myself, but I tried to do as much as I could. So all the electrical, I did. I would say the only thing that's still stock, the front half of the frame. You know, even the engine had work.
Where do you even begin?
I took it down to the frame. If you're gonna do that, I always recommend getting like a cart or something that you know you're not gonna touch so you don't lose important pieces. Took it to get hardtailed, and then actually I moved. This is another pro tip. Don't move across the country when you start a chopper build. I moved from Indianapolis, Indiana, out here to Long Beach. I had been coming out here for years at that point for, you know, shows for Babes Ride Out, Born Free, just different motorcycle events. I was like, you know, if I keep going out there for them, I should probably just move out there to be closer to them. Just being around that kind of community is definitely part of a driving force of me coming out here. Today on the Vincent Thomas Bridge was my first time going over it on my bikes. That's just so different from, you know, where I grew up.
So how did you get into riding motorcycles in the first place?
So when I was little, my mom really loved motorcycles. She had a couple, so it was always something that I really loved.
That's so cool. I think you should be really proud of all this, like seeing you do this with your own hands.
I wish she would have gotten to see this. It would have definitely been a proud mom moment for sure. I like to think that she's, you know, like cruising beside me, and she's the other good luck charm that I don't have on the bike.
That's awesome. What do you say we get back on the bikes?
Down.
Let's go.